Another day, another chance, another way, another dance. Today we'll be discussing chapter 8 today, and this is gonna be based on overall HTML and Java stuff. So pretty much doing it's function work that we're gonna go over today for chapter 8. So yeah, buckle up nicely, and I've also got my peer by the name of Alton. You'll be my navigator, and I'll be the driver. I'll be the one that's gonna be driving this lesson. Yeah.
Okay, Kabelo.
Yes?
Okay, can go.
No, I'm just fixing the things. Give me a second now. Okay. Chapter 8 functions. A function is a way to bundle code so that it can be reused. Functions allow us to run the same piece of code from multiple places in a program without having to copy and paste the code repeatedly. Also, by hiding long bits of code in a function and giving it an easy to understand name, you'll be able to plan out your code because you can focus on organizing your functions rather than all of the little code details that make them up. Splitting up your code into smaller, more manageable pieces allows you to see the bigger picture and think about how your programs are structured at a higher level. You'll find functions really useful when you need to repeatedly perform a calculation or action throughout a program. Earlier in the book, he used various functions of Math.random, Math.floor, alert, prompt, and confirm. This chapter you learn how to create your own functions. Basically, anatomy, I sound like American now, anatomy of function. So this shows how a function is built. The code between the curly brackets called the function body, just as the code between the curly brackets and the loop is called the loop body. Creating a simple function. Let's create a simple function that creates a hello world. In the following code in the browser first, you shift enter to start each new line without executing the code. So this is a function console log hello world. So we start off with a variable, then a function, right? And then a console log. Console logs pretty much a function prompts that prompts the computer to actually print out the string that has been put in parentheses on the console. You know the stuff that you use when you right click on your mouse, right click on the wooden split, and then you'd see it on the right side of your web page. Your console log is responsible for that. So let's extract this piece of code here, right? Then yeah, insert it there, right? Okay, so that's been inserted. So that code can be responsible for the console log and calling a function. To run a function run a code inside the function, we need to call the function. So to call the function, you need to enter its name followed by a pair of opening and closing parentheses as shown here. Our first function. So you calling the function. So you got the function, right? You got it there. So the computer's already established that there's a variable called our first function. So that variable hence has the function of printing out the console log command, which is hello world. So this is our function, then this is the printed out string, right? So that's what we're dealing with here. So right click, reveal in File Explorer. Right, was that loading? Calling our first function executes the body of the function which comes at the log, and then text we ask to be printed as display. Okay, as to be put on display, right? On the next line, hello world. But if you could call this function in your browser, you'll notice that this third line with a little left-facing arrow shown in figure 8 to 2. This is the function value, return value of the function. The function output which then can be used elsewhere in your code. In this case, the return value is undefined because we didn't tell the function to return any particular value in the body of the function. Okay, so passing arguments into a function, right? Function arguments allow us to pass values to a function or to change the function's behavior when it's called. Arguments also go between the function parentheses both when you create the function and when you call it. When we say hello to function uses an argument name to say hello to somebody specified, right? Console log hello plus name. So this is actually calling an argument. So the argument, right, is going to be the string along with the function. So the argument is pretty much a function, right, that has been inserted into a prompt, right? So it allows us to pass values in the function in order to change the function's behavior when it's called. So that's an argument. So as you can see here, it doesn't have inverted commas within it, because if it did, it was going to change the value of the function from a function into a string. We don't want it to be a string, we want it to be a function on its own. So we just add the addition sign, just add it, bare, without any slap on, without any inverted commas, without anything that's going to change its value. Okay, so it's getting there now. We create the function in the first line, assign it to the variable say hello to. When the function is called, it logs the string hello plus name. Replace name with whatever value you pass to the function as an argument. The short syntax for function with one argument. So call a function that takes an argument, place the value you'd like to use, argument between parentheses following the function name. For example, say hello to Nick, you write say hello to Nick, hello Nick. So say hello to is a function, and then the string is involved. So hello Nick. Or say hello to Lyra, right? Say hello to Lyra. So say hello to is it's pretty much it's pretty much a function on its own. It's the function name. Say hello to is the name, right? It's a name, it's a variable name for hello. Say hello to equals hello, then Lyra is the string. So it's hello Lyra. Printing cat face, the same thing. Variable draw cats function how many times, concept log, then draw cats 5. Right? So this is also another function that you've got here. while functions for a loop that loops as many times as the how many times argument tells it to. So passing multiple arguments to a function, you can pass more than one value into a function using multiple arguments. You add another argument, enter the arguments between parentheses of the function keywords, separating them by commas. Figure 8 to 4 shows the syntax for function. So the book is pretty much going to detail with the different examples that you can have, in regards to like different functions and stuff that you can call, and strings and variables and let values. So we've got Math.floor, so Math.floor pretty much what it does is, what it's doing in this case is Math.floor saying 1.2345 and it's running off to the nearest digit, or the nearest unit. That's what it's doing here. That's what Math.floor is doing here. Math.floor is a function that returns the number you pass to it, rounded down to the nearest whole number. It's a function call like Math.floor. Imagine placing it with the return value of the function called, which is number 1. Let's create a function that returns a value. The function double takes the argument number, returns the result of number times by 2, right? In other words, the value returned by this function is twice the number supplied as argument. So double 3 is 6. This function's double 3, right? So this is gonna take 3 and double it by 2. It's gonna return 6. Some function values. So that same thing here. Same thing with using function calls as values. So the function is called as the function calls like a value that you add, right, to digits like these, so it can be used as a value, not just solely as a function. So double can be used as a value for 5 and a value for 6, which will equal to 22. Double equal to 12, seeing that 2 times 2, 2 times 3, which is going to be like 2 times 6 is 12. Simple maths here. Maths not hard, what I mean? Right? And then you got this normal looking random insults generator. Right? So this generates like a random insult. So it's pretty much the same concept that we had before. Pretty much the same concept that we had before, So it take like the random insults that you got here, pick a random part from the random body parts array, and body part Math.floor times 3, pick a random adjective from the random adjectives array. What it'll do is it'll take random words, right, along with like the random string, and whatever your computer chooses is gonna return a random value. It's like a stupid marmot. Don't worry, also I'm not saying that about you. So yeah, that's what it's doing. Notice that we end up repeating words, right? Using our pick random word function, we could write the program like this. You know, same thing here. Your face like smelly stick. Here's like a boring stick. Your face is like a stupid fly. So this is like math. This is calling a math.random function. You know, so that's what it is. So this is like an overview, of this different functions that we've got here. Right. So yeah, an overview. It's different stuff that we've got here. Okay. Okay. Right. And then yeah. So let's run this. Let's run this now. Come on now. On computer. Okay. Right. So leave the function earlier to return our fifth letter the function name. Okay, so we got that. Right. Fifth letter function name with name.length. Right. So you've got right. At now we check to see whether the length of the input name is less than 5. This we use return add to exit the function early. The fifth letter of your name is O. Right. So yeah. And so yeah. So that's pretty much what we've got on things. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay, Kabelo.
Yes. Alton?
That's pretty much it.
Well, that's pretty much it. Otherwise, I need you I need to show like examples on Chrome. Yeah.
I know Chrome doesn't load. I know.
Yeah.
Nah, it's cool, man. I don't have any questions for now.
Okay, no problem. Yeah. Okay, no problem, Alton. It's good.
Did you? Are you done? Did you stop the video?
No, no. No, I didn't. So here's an example. Yo.
Yeah, but Chrome doesn't load. I know Chrome for days. You must find another browser.
Alright, so here's a so name my surname. Hello, Kabelo Xabendlini. Okay. So what I did was function print my name, first name, surname, alert, hello, first name plus inverted commas, right? Then obviously this is to leave a space between my name and my surname. Then print my name, prompt was your first name, prompt was your second. So the prompt is gonna prompt like a printing of my names, my name, my surname. So that's the first one. Comment that out onto the second. Okay. Okay, so second one. So go to my console log, right? So you got that. Okay. So in this function, you got function print out alert. My name is going to be let greetings equal to hello alert. Greetings to uppercase console log. So you want to be visible on our console. You know what I mean? That's what you want. You want to be visible on our console, man. That's what you want. You know what I mean? Okay. Okay. Oh, sorry. Let me zoom now. Okay. A console. Go to a console. Okay. Let me comment this out. Let me comment this stuff out. Let me comment this out. Right. Okay. Commented this out and then got this. Okay. Print this. Okay, so you print it. So this is right. So seeing print this, you print out, pretty much print out the whole code on the console. Then console log native code. So that's the native code, right? So that's what we've got here, man. That's what we have. And then you're gonna print out. Okay, so let's print this out on the console. Draw cats. Draw cats. So as you can see here, for my draw cats function, it's gonna print out 7 cats, right? If I do 19, same thing here. 19 cats. I can even do it for 1,000,000 cats and it'll still print it out because it'll print an infinite amount of cats, but I don't know what printing out 1,000 cats would do to the whole program, the whole computer, so I don't want to do that, man. So as you can see here, our function, we got different types of like functions that we're dealing with. You know what I mean? Different types of functions, man. Different types. So yeah, that's what we've got. And then script source, and also for HTML, our HTML is for our web page. Our JavaScript is for our back end working, like our console work. So for us to access our JavaScript on our HTML, you have to create a reference. So what we'll do is shift, right? Shift, exclamation mark, enter. And then what that will do is exclamation mark, enter. And then what that will do is it'll pretty much give you the setup that you've got here. Dot type HTML head body script. No, not script, but body in HTML. So that's what it will give you. Then for our title, which is the name of our web page. So for our title, name of our web page, this thing that we've got here, the name of our web page, regards like what we have here, right? What that will do is what we'll do is we'll change from document as it's shown there to like chapter 8, and then head body. Then obviously if you want to access the stuff on our JavaScript on our web page, what we'll do is we'll source it out from our JavaScript to our HTML, so we can have like full stack. So script source equals chapter 8.js script body HTML. So our JavaScript, right, is for our back-end stuff, our back-end logins, like our console and Java. And then our HTML is for our front-end workings on our web page. But to create the full stack link between the two, we need to source out the Java to the HTML via script source, and then that's what you've got. So so it's functions, overall functions. So there are millions upon millions of functions, that you can refer to. There are a lot actually. There are a lot of functions that you can refer back to, A lot of functions that you can execute. There are a lot of functions that you can execute. If you understand me, there are a lot. So what you saw in the book isn't all that's there. It's just an appetizer. It's pretty much like a small amount of what's actually out there in regards to what's actually out there in regards to the functions that you can use. Yeah. So hope you enjoyed that, and until next time, take care and God bless. Yeah, I'm done now.